Right then, part two of what I think is going to be a three-part little bit. I haven't been to many car boots or anything. Wednesday was rained off, believe it or not. But I managed to pick up some bits, strangely, at the small car boot. I have two car boots by me. One is massive, and a mile or so down the road is a very small one. Well, not very small, but a small one. And last Sunday, we went to the small one. And that's where I picked up all this lot for £11. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a tenner, and one of, I don't know which one, but one for £1 on another stall. Now, I've never seen so many hand planes of different makes in the one place. And remember, this was a small car boot sale. Now, I've got I have a little project for these planes from different makes using the cap iron. So I've been keeping my eye open for various ones, different ones. To find so many in one go, it was ridiculous, to be honest, but there you go. So, I'm not going to spend too much time on them, just to run through the makes and see if you know them. I know some of them, and some I've never seen before. So let's start off with an Acorn. I mean, it really wouldn't take much to clean that up. These are very high knobs on here. Acorn chip breaker there, and well, it's not the chip breaker, it's a cap iron. What am I talking about? Yeah, so that's an Acorn one. Seen plenty of those around. This one happens to be, this one I've never heard of before, OAYKAY. So what's that? OAK? Japanese? Chinese? I don't know. But it's got some weight to it. The sole's okay, it'll clean. Yeah, okay way, whatever the hell that is. Oh, by the way, this number 78 Stanley, or part of a number 78 Stanley, he chucked in for 50p. So it was 50p, I couldn't argue with that. Whitmore. That's got some real weight to it. Number 4 Whitmore. They're all really number 4s, or... yeah, I think they're number 4s. That's a Whitmore. Again, not one I'm familiar with. What we got there? This one's a Talco. Yeah, of the same quality. It might be fun just to get this, says, what's that? Number 4, yeah. Might be fun to get these up and running and then have a little test run with them. See which one comes out best. But then the blades on all of them are really quite thin. That one's a bit thicker. That'd be interesting to have a little play when I get some time. Did I say Acorn? I've got another Acorn there. This one is a number 3. So a number 3 and a number 4 Acorn. And finally, a Rapier. This has got some more age on it, I think. But I think the handles, I can't tell if that's... yeah, I think that's some sort of plastic. Even though it looks older than the others, it might not be. But all was similar vintage, I suppose. But yeah, so a little project for the cap irons. Now, on to the other bits and pieces. I picked up this interesting little thing, initially thinking it was a drill. Well, I suppose it is a drill. But with a little bit more research, it turns out it's a valve grinder for old engines from about 1910. Absolutely, completely useless now. But it makes a lovely sound. It doesn't even twist, it just shakes from side to side. And it makes that lovely clicking noise. And for the job it was made, it is real quality. Real heavy quality. Filthy. I should have had my gloves on. But yeah, I picked that up along the way. Look at that odd action, look. So I suppose you seat it on wherever it is you want to grind. Put your weight on it and away you go. I shouldn't think you need too much pressure. That's the original bit on the end, I think. Yeah, nice. Grubby, but we'll clean up. Can't remember how much that was. This, I think, was $4.50. It's a little Paramo A1, it says there, made in England. It's still got the remains of its sticker there. Complete with its little anvil, very similar to the record one, the record imp, isn't it? Yeah. But I don't have it, so that'll go alongside it. So yeah, Paramo one. Right, now, a few other I found some really interesting bits. For me, it's interesting for me. And if you watch this, I suppose it's interesting for you. But there's some interesting bits for me. Now, I'll start off with this, which cost me £1, I think. It's a nail lifter with the biting jaws there. So I suppose you use that to pull that on. But it's also got the slide hammer action. It weighs quite a lot of weight. And I thought, oh, it's broken at the joint. It's not. There's balls on either side. So you can, I suppose, if you want to pull at a slight angle, give it a big yank like that, and out comes your nail. The only name I can see on it, it says Priory. Yeah, Priory. Can you read that? Made in England. I don't know anything about this yet. But for £1, there was no way I was going to let that go by. What an interesting thing. So yeah, nail puller. Now, picking up various bits and pieces. What have I got here? Small hammer, no name on, interesting shape. I don't think that would be the original, and it might be. Somebody stuck in the end of it. But yeah, small little hammer, and then this, which is some sort of interesting shape, I thought, but it's like a burring tool, isn't it? You put it in the top, what do they call it? A countersink. Yeah. It's an old countersink, I think. Yeah, just like the shape. I haven't got one like that. So that was that. For cutting not cutting dies, for cutting threads, is this thread cutter here. Now this one's quite rusty. It's put on the stronger glasses. It's quite rusty, but I think it's only light rust. It'll come up easy enough with a brush. There is a make on there. What have we got? Something, I can't quite get that, so I'll have to clean that up and find out. D&G maybe. SG there. Now whether that's the owners or the makers, I don't know. But it has 3 sizes of thread, dies in there to cut. I have a couple of these, but I think this will clean up nicely. Yeah, so you undo the thread, take out your different sizes to put in different size dies. I've got sets of these. But yeah, rusty as it is, but nice, and it'll tidy up nicely. That costs next to nothing, I think. This knife was fun. I thought this was a military one with the skeins missing. But it isn't, because it's engraved on that part. And it says A.W.I. Robinson. So if you're out there, Mr. A.W.I. Robinson, I've got your knife. Pretty manky old edge. What's that for undoing knots called? Oh, my brain. Yeah, a bit like a fid, isn't it? It's a fid. So it might have been a sailor's. That certainly looks like the sort of oldie-worldy writing you had on Scrimshaw on whalebone teeth. It looks like that. I can't see the make in there, can I? Yes, I can. Let's give it a little wipey over. Light is never great in this room. But what have we got on there? Give me a second. It says that way round, I think. Maybe not. Oh. Don't know. It almost looks like mirror writing. Maybe that's foreign writing. I don't. Wind. Shield. Tottenham. Sheffield, maybe? I don't know. Let's have a little close-up look. Is that? It's not blurry, is it? That's okay. Can you make head and tail of that? Because I'm struggling a bit. But yeah. So I don't think it did have skeins on, or scales, whatever you want to call them. I think that's how it was. And that's how it's always been. Nice thing. Clean up, lovely. Now, the other week I found a yellow-handled Stanley screwdriver, and I found another one. Stanley screwdriver in yellow-handled. Now, this is a number 2006, 6-inch, made in England. Yeah, no, that's is what it is. It's a yellow-handled screwdriver. Now, these, which are a couple of little rafts, I think they're to do with for horses, aren't they? Ponies and horses that a farrier might use. But I was given these by a fella I meet over there quite a lot, and he said, "Oh, I've got these you can have." He's always palming me with something interesting, but yeah, these were nice. Nice of him. Sheffield on there, I think it says on that one. Made in Sheffield, this one. Yeah. Nice to go with the files. Now, some tin time. I found 3 nice sets of tins. This one is a diamond erasing paste. Remove Indian ink lines from tracing cloth without injuring the surface. Now, I can't get it undone. It feels full. And then there's directions on the back. Apply the paste to the ink or colour to be erased with a finger or small something pad enclosed. Pad enclosed in rag, dip it, I think, and gently until the ink is softened and smears. Wipe this off with a fresh application of the paste. Repeat the process until the tracing is quite clear and transparent. So I suppose that was on more like tracing kind of paper, maybe, that used to be used for draftsmen. Norton and Gregory Limited, London. Beautiful, beautiful pot. N&G. Is that nice and close? Lovely thing. Come back to that one in a second. And then I found this pot of Starline Chinese lacquer. Southend, Essex and Westbury, where it was made. Directions for use. Now that says yellow on there. It's full. And at some point that might just be fun to open up, dilute down and see if I can get anything going. I bet that's interesting. Probably full lead. Easy to apply, mirror-like finish. Rapid, hard, dry. 1 coat covers. Petrol and oil proof. Will not chip, crack or flake. Sounds perfect, doesn't it? Resist heat and boiling water for all paintable surfaces. Who knows what's in that? But it was made in Southend, and it's supposed to be a form of Chinese liquor. So it's probably lacquer. It's probably just enamel paint. And then this one. Now this is blue black ink powder. Use clean pens. Now last week I found that pen with an extremely small nib, didn't I, for detailed stuff, probably in clocks and watches. And I did have the thought of seeing if I can get any. Oh no, that's really rusty on. It says, add powder to 1 pint of water and stir well till dissolve. Wash out inkwells before refilling. Keep powder and ink well cooled. So it's dried powdered pen ink, because these few things I think came from a draftsman a lot at a car boot sale. And I thought I'll give that a test, and I will have that a go. And make a little teaspoon of it. How much? Add powder to 1 pint of water. Do you think that means all of the powder? I suppose it does, doesn't it? And it's never been used. It's been opened though. Someone's had a go at opening it. Oh no, it isn't. That's the shape of the actual pot. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, not a tin I found before. So yeah, nice one. Goes with that lovely green. That is a lovely green tin. Now then, as I said, I was with, it must have been a draftsman set that I'd come across. Waste not, want not, in this pencil is this brass pencil extension. So what's happening here is there's a ring on there which comes back here. So you can put your small bits of pencils that you want to use up when they get too short. You put them in this and it holds it. You slide the ring over. And extend, you can get the life of the pencil right the way to the very end of the pencil. I think this one does exactly the same, but this one's metal handled. You pop the ring down. which should free that up. And there's your marker or pencil coming out at the end. It looks like a rubber of some sort, I don't know. But it goes in the end there. And I quite like pencils, and you put that on there to hold it. So with these two, you can literally use to the last scrap of pencil. And this one really is to the last scrap. There it is, look. Look how much that is. Waste not, want not. You know? There's still, I don't know, half an inch worth of nib in there to be used. Why do you want to waste it? So they were those. And also came with that with these two parallel brass and ebony. I suppose, well, I don't know what they are. You use them to draw parallel lines, don't you? These two, they're a different width, the same length. So maybe there was a set and there's another one that's even narrower. But you open them up to whatever width of parallel lines you want to draw, I suppose. They can work on both sides, but I just thought they were pretty beautiful things. Beautiful things. And they will go with the pen and nibs, where they've probably been with for years. Right, let's have a slurp of tea. Now, I found another, a Picador number 29 drill stand, or index as some people call it. I think I've got these. This one looks quite different actually, it's quite big. So that's ½ inch there. But yeah, Picador drill stand. You know I like drill stands. Now, this, I love it. This is a Stanley square, a big one. I've checked the squareness on it and it is still square. It's got that lovely, can see that all right? Lovely Stanley print on there, and on the reverse, made in the USA. It's a nice one, really nice quality. Oh, there are numbers on there. There's a scale along there. Stanley Sweetheart. It's a Sweetheart brand. I didn't know that. I've only just seen that. Can you see that where it says Stanley Sweetheart on there? Can you read the writing all right? I can't hold it very well. I'm not very good at this. But yeah, and it's an absolute quality thing. Yeah, with the scale there, 10 inches. Stanley Sweetheart, made in USA. It's a number 12, so I know I have seen there's different sizes of these. I don't think I've got any, but I am now going to collect and try and find a set. I do like to complete sets, so that is gorgeous. It didn't cost much at all. At all. Now we're getting into the bit more weird and wonderful. Just a couple more items in this little thing because I'm rattling on. Another sort of weird pad saw. Shape of a gun, cast aluminium. It says on here, patent applied for. Now, that's the only details I have. I can't find a manufacturer on it. It looks like a ray gun. Would make a good ray gun. But it's one of these spring-loaded ones. So you can tighten it there and shorten it to whatever length of hole you want to get into. But it's supported. There's 2 screws on the back there. I'm going to have to Google this and see if I can find a make, because there's absolutely no make. It is complete. All the original screws and nuts and bits and pieces are right. There's some quality to it. I mean, it's solid made. And a pad saw of the type that I don't have. So, yeah, so it needs cleaning, but it's a lovely thing. I like it. And it was a good find. I can't remember what it was. This was all from this small car boot that I found, that I go to. Now, I've also got a collection of hacksaws. I'm always picking up odd and different kind of hacksaws. And I've never seen one like this. A double-sided hacksaw. Double-sided, I assume, so you can go one teeth pitch there for a different teeth pitch, depending on what kind of metal you're trying to cut. It's heavy. That adjusts it so you can take it out. Made in India, I think it says on there, yeah. And it's a solid thing. What does it say? Charco Industries. Manufactured by Charco Industries, Delhi, India forum from our region, it says. Let's see if I can get that right in there. Can you see that all right? Yeah, is that clear? What a thing. A double-sided axle blade. I'm sure you'll tell me if you've seen them before, but I've never seen one. I really haven't. And that's obviously very tight, so you have to get a little bar maybe in there to open it. But I thought, whoa, that's really going to be in the centre of the collection on the wall. That'll be that in the centre with all the axles beside on either way. I thought that is a lovely shaped thing. What a thing. Yeah. A double-sided axle. Can't remember how much I paid for it. Not a lot. But there you go. That's part 2 of this. There is I think I'll do a little part 3 because there's a little bit more to add to it. And yeah, if you like this sort of stuff, as my son says, like and subscribe. Hello to the top grandkids, Toby, Oscar and Piper, TOPs. And yeah, hopefully see you on the part 3. Take care.